Welcome, 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 welcome to Chantal's YouTube channel. Let's start with the basics. PowerPoint animation has been here for a while. Every iteration of PowerPoint makes changes to the things they can offer. But huge props to Microsoft for being particular about what functions to keep and what not to. Most of the things I love about PowerPoint are still here 13 years later, which is more or less a good sign. PowerPoint, unlike many applications, is rarely about understanding new features, but rather, here's all the tools. Now it's up to you to be creative with it. The least I can do then is to introduce to you the tools. First of all, most of animation relies on the animation pane. There are entrance effects, emphasis effects, exit effects, and path animations. Let's start with path animations. This is easily the most versatile function and offers the most freedom and possibility. You can make objects move in whatever path you want. Some travel a short distance, some travel off screen, some go fast, some are so slow that it pains your brain. Some walk normally, some walk curves, and some walk like a maniac. You can make one walk later than the other. Or together. When you give every object the right dose of path animations, you can create full pictures. For instance, this scene. Or this scene. In PowerPoint, there are many emphasis effects. For example, the grow, the blink, the teeter, and the spin. The one I use the most is the spin. It's great because you don't have to animate it frame by frame. You can spin for however many degrees, clockwise or otherwise. However, the problem with spinning is you don't get to choose the center of rotation. So if you want the door to open here, for example, it will normally open like this, which doesn't really make much sense to our brain. However, if you transcend one level up into a higher intellectual realm, you'll think, oh, I can group this with another line which is invisible. Now the line's center of rotation becomes here, and the door opens normally. For example, in the dance sequence, this spin is different to this spin. The center of rotation is different. In fact, to achieve this, there have to be two different objects. When the first object spins and moves to this position, it disappears, and the second object appears in the same exact position, so that it can perform another form of spin. So I've mentioned about appearing and disappearing. There are entrance and exit effects. If you time it right, you can do some cool stuff with it. Finally, PowerPoint made some changes since the glory days. Rehearse timings are great. You no longer have to input the delay for each animation and duration for each transition. So, if you set every animation to be performed on clicks, and you demonstrate to it how you want it to be timed, PowerPoint memorizes it. Genius! And it will from then on play automatically and accurately the way you clicked it. There's love in the air under Paris skies. PowerPoint into movie, another great invention. Ever since some time in the past, PowerPoint made it so you can export your files into movie files and MP4 files. So you can turn your animations into movie files and upload it on YouTube, like I did. And that's all. Hope this helped. If you don't know where to start for animations, PowerPoint is in fact very easy to learn. So get crafting and get creative.